Welcome back to the show, everyone. Not often that you meet a Hall of Fame member, but last year, Wade Simmons, one of the most renowned free riders in the world, was inducted into the Mountain Bike Hall of Fame.
Yes, he's here with some great Rocky Mountain bikes. Mikey's drooling over one of them in particular, and also to tell us about the Outdoor Adventure and Travel Show. How are you?
Yes, I'm good, thanks.
Good.
Nice to be here.
So
Thank you.
tell us about Rocky Mountain Bikes. You have such a huge history with them.
I do, yeah. I started with Rocky, I guess, 1995. Which is 17 years ago, coming up, and it's been great. You know, it's a local company I like to support, and I've seen them grow and expand into different bikes and stuff like that.
And as the sport has grown as well, because throughout your career, I mean, you've seen just a phenomenal growth, not only in technology of the bike, but the abilities of the riders and the stuff that you guys are doing. How did you first get involved? What was the
I grew up racing BMX and Kamloops because it was just a natural transition for me. Kind of mountain bikes got going around like the late 80s, early 90s, and I graduated in 91, and I'm kind of like, what's this mountain biking thing? And I kind of got into it, and
Good times.
Good times.
Yeah. Do you have to be around friends all the time? Because we're looking at some B-roll and stuff. I mean, guys that are kind of pushing you all the time, and because you were part of the foundation of the sport, right? I mean, you guys are really always kind of pushing the limit. So it must be important to be around people that are always saying, hey, why don't we? Why don't we?
Yeah, definitely. It was a fever pitch. It was ready to happen, you know, and we were just at the right place at the right time. The guys were going for it.
And in British Columbia, that's a nice tie-in to the book we've got here. We've got a great guide to the North Shore and all the maps and that sort of thing. Maybe you can tell us a little bit. I had no idea there were so many trails that you could do.
Unbelievable.
Well, North Shore is the epicenter of mountain biking, of kind of the free riding stuff, and now more cross-country stuff. But Sharon Bader, my partner with the guidebook here, we thought we saw an opportunity to do a guidebook, because one doesn't exist for the North Shore.
Well, and you know, if you're a skier or a snowboarder and you get to a mountain and you open up the map, right? And there's all the trails and everything else, and that was always missing. And part of it, I think, was, you know, the sport wanted to be a little limited for a long time. You know, they didn't necessarily want people to know.
Yeah, it was like kind of cool, underground, secret trails, you know? Yeah. All the trails in the book.
Are there still secret ones?
Oh, yeah,
Come on.
There's so many secret trails.
Tell us about your favorite secret.
They'll be in a book in about 5 years.
People are knocking on my door right now.
Let's talk about some of the bikes that you've brought here today.
That's pretty
crazy. Tell us about this one.
Okay, well, this is a road bike. Rocky Mountain has been making road bikes now, I don't know exactly how many years, but probably 6, 7 years they got into road biking. Rocky just does kind of higher end road bikes. This is a full carbon road bike, basically a racing bike. I mean, Mike, you do a bit of road biking.
Yeah,
you know,
I do.
How much does this one weigh? It's super light.
I don't know the exact, it's sub 20. I would say it's 17 pounds. 16 without pedals.
Do you ever, I mean, obviously, you know, we'll get into the kind of bikes that you ride on a more regular basis, but do you ever use a road bike?
I have a road bike, and my friends are always...
I have a road bike.
They drag me out. It's a good training tool.
Right. I mean, do you ever take it downstairs?
Well, sometimes.
You gotta. Okay, tell us about this one here. This one looks pretty amazing.
This is a new, I don't know if you're familiar with this, but in mountain bike right now, there's a bit of a change going on. Not a change, but this is a new wheel size, 29-inch wheels. Most mountain bikes are 26-inch wheels.
Okay.
And now this is a 29-inch bike.
What's the difference and why?
Well, you can see it's almost the same size as the road bike, and it makes it smoother. So bigger wheel, smooths out the trail. So they're good bikes for beginners. It's easier to roll over logs and stunts and stuff like that.
Now you said beginner. A lot of people just go onto the trails. I know a lot of friends, actually quite a few of them, who've broken bones their first day out. What's your advice on people that are beginners? Because, you know, you're tempted to do the tough stuff.
Pick up the book and make sure you're on the right trail.
But what's your advice for beginners and where to begin?
Well, I would say maybe get some coaching. You know, get some experts out there telling you how to do it and wear protection.
The right gear.
Helmet, of course, but you know, like arm pads, leg pads, stuff like that.
Knees, elbows.
Yeah.
Knees,
was that
elbows.
Always part of the sport for you, or were you guys out there without pads and playing around when you were younger?
Soccer pads and hockey pads and
I'm going to tape a newspaper to my shin and we're going to head out there.
Okay, last but not least, tell us about this one.
Well, this bike here, this is a Slayer, and this is probably the most common bike you would see on the trails on Frome or on the North Shore. So it's a 6-and-6 travel bike. It's capable of going up, but it's also good for going down. So very durable, lightweight. It's a do-everything bike. So
do you make tweaks to your personal bikes? I mean, first of all, how many bikes would you have, and for, you know, because every situation calls for a different bike.
You know, like it's kind of like skiing. You know, you have your powder skis, you have your cross-country skis, you have your carbon skis, and bikes are kind of the same thing. You know, you have your more cross-country bikes, and you have your powder bikes, sort of thing. So I personally ride 3 bikes. I have a cross-country bike, and then I have one of these, and I have a downhill bike. So when
just to make sure you're ready to roll whenever you are.
One for every mood.
The Vancouver Bike Show, this is a great kind coming together of obviously a place where people can see the bikes, but also meet some of the riders and stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of exhibitors there, local bike shops, and it's a family thing as well. Shimano has a race on Saturday, it's a kids race, so people come out for that.
Oh, cool.
And you can meet pros. We'll be down there, Rocky Mountain, with a couple other pros and stuff.
And check out all the newest bikes.
Check out the new bikes, the new products for the upcoming bike.
And I'm sure hear some stories as well from.
And here's some stories, yeah. See some scars.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, if you want to check it out, you can go to the website for the bike show. And if you want to find out more about Rocky Mountain Bikes, you can visit their website as well. And if you want to get this book, it's a great one to introduce yourself, or just find some new trails that are on the North Shore.
Yes, the Vancouver Bike Show and the Outdoor Adventure and Travel Show is happening March 3rd and the 4th, and that's happening at the Vancouver Convention Center, so right near to us in beautiful Cole Harbour. Come and check it out and look at some beautiful rides and get psyched for spring too, because the weather's about to get better.
Thanks so much. Really nice to meet you.